Hey kids, it's Mark Miller. Rory's not with us today. It's Friday. We're going to write some code, I think, today. We'll see how it goes. Let's get over here. Where did we leave off yesterday? We were in the process of refactoring. Let me switch my glasses here. There we go. That'll be a little easier. We're in the process of refactoring out of our spell book, and just to give you a sense of the spell book, there's one check I just realized I needed to do that I haven't done yet. We verified that the word wrapping was working, but we didn't verify that tables were working, and I wanted to check that before we go any further. And to best check that, I need to look up which spells have a table. I need to go out to the description. There's one with a table right there. Animate objects. Okay. All right, I'm going to call that working. Although it looks like the underline is in the wrong color. That underline should be a different color. So let's go after that, find that bug, and figure out why that underline is incorrect. So I took, by the way, after the show, I created a new file called Word Wrapper, I think. Word Wrap, right there. And I moved all the code that seems to be related to that into this file, including layout style, justification, column, layout delimiters, span. Yeah, it's all here. This is a great place to put it. So, ship it.
Is in the house. It compiles. Let's ship it.
That's what we're trying to do. So let's figure out what's going on with that drawing of the lines. Line dated this line. What I'm looking for is draw row, as I recall. Draw table row. Draw the header line. Table line color. That's kind of what we're looking at. Well, I've got that default right there. And it's never set anywhere else. That explains the problem. What about text color? Is that set anywhere else? No. Okay. So my word renderer here's where we want to set these. So text color, that looks good. Table line color, that looks good. I didn't notice the text color was off. Oh, look who's here! Boom! That was it, Lassamat. We did it. Fanfare. You just welcome to the club, Lassamat. You came in early and maybe nobody else, only the folks who were here saw it. Certainly probably saw that. Yeah. Wow, that's cool. Thank you. It turned out great. All right, cool. Glad you liked it. Every once in a while I think, oh, somebody's going to hate this or whatever. I'm going to get something back and they're going to be like, I hate that music or whatever. Hold on. Had to sneeze there. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, I took a chance on the jazz. And, you know, I feel like too, like, you know, maybe this is me being a little too crazy, but I was totally thinking, well, you know what, if Last Matt doesn't like the jazz and wants to change the music, I'll change up the music. All right, I want to see what else is going on here. Emphasis color, am I setting that outside? I am here, that's good. Table line color, font name, pretty sure these are all successfully set outside. Yeah, font name, font size. Emphasis font height increase. Yep, that's set there. Same thing. I just want to make sure all those are being initialized. Cool. I haven't seen a single fanfare I didn't like here. All right, cool. Yeah. You know what, Last Matt, I'll show it a little later after we get more people, more of the folks on, you know, let them see that. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. It was, you know, pretty good considering, you know, all I had was a picture of a cup and a picture, you know, a picture of that cup and a picture of a teapot. I made the pot of tea as well because I thought that was kind of cool to do. All right, what else did I want to check here? Underline offset, yes. These, I've checked all of these. And I think I checked this one too. No, oh, that's okay because that is set here internally. Bullet indent. Okay, I think that's it. I just want to take this thing and move it like up here away from the rest of these. Whereas these are, and rename detail to body, I've done that piece as well. Okay, so let's refresh that. Yeah, honestly, I didn't know what to expect from just the cup of tea alone, but the pot pouring tea and all was cool. Also, the pouring sounds really satisfying. Good. Yay, we did it. We did it. I need to move a window over to another monitor. All right. I need a snippet of that code that just went by. That looked good. It's Coding Gorilla, kids. Did you see Lassamats? Did you get here in time, Coding Gorilla, to see Lassamats? Oh, wait. Did he just clipped it. Surly Dub clipped it. Perfect. Nice. Yeah. All right. I did a refresh. I now want to see those. I want to see the table working correctly. Let's go to spells, animate objects. Much better. Although in fairness, this text, excuse me, this text is a little harder to read than if we gave it a little more contrast. I think I'm going to just increase the contrast on the text just a bit. Because before when it was black, I noticed it was easier to read. So I'm like, oh yeah. All right, so the text color comes from that. This. Yeah, you saw it, Shirley Dev's clip. Excellent. Pudding's here. Nah, no Rory today. Pudding, you always seem surprised. I'll grab some dinner while I wait and lean back and watch all the other fanfares. There's no Rory today. You say that every time as if it's a surprise. You seem disappointed every time you show up. There's an option. You just don't have to show up, too, if you're really going to make you sad every time. I feel like I thought I had a Code Rush feature here to edit colors in TypeScript. Color strings. I thought this was here. It's not here. All right, let's open up an image editor. I need to buy pudding. Thanks for reminding me. It's okay. It's okies. It okies. We get Overkill Productions, chief editor. There you go. All right, let's come over here. I'm going to paste in that code. Here we are. I'm going to bring it down to there. Much darker, but still has some of that same tint from the scroll a little bit. There's the same hue. So copy that instead. Come over here, replace that, and refresh. Oops, grabbed the wrong thing. Okay. Yeah, the text is clearer and easier to read. And something, what has happened? Oh, this guy stopped. Oh, I know what that was. That was because I moved something in OBS. So OBS doesn't like it when I move things around. All right, so that's good. So we have successfully refactored the spell book to remove the word wrapping code. So I feel pretty good about that. We've got the word wrapping code all by itself over here. The way to use it is essentially the client code for this. It's actually, we can see it a little bit in the spell book. We need both of these. So I'm going to start by just grabbing these right now. And let's take them and put them in our message box, which I don't see open. Oh, by the way, last night when I was trying to create a copy of this file so that I could, for me, I find the fastest way to do it is to right click, hit copy, and then right click up here and hit paste. Let me just recreate my steps here. I came down here to hit paste and I missed it. And I hit delete on the folder. And then I have this feature. I'm going to do it. Watch. See, it moved the mouse right to the default button. And before I knew it, I had clicked OK on deleting the contents of Dragon H. And all I was trying to do was create a copy of it because I missed the target on the way down. Then I started to panic a little bit because I was like, I haven't checked in this code yet. What do I got? And I go over to version control to verify. Yep, no, I hadn't checked it in yet. And version control is saying, you got all these files you just deleted. And the problem is if I discard all those files, it's going to roll back my spell book to the version before we made all the changes yesterday. So then I go to Dropbox because I'm like, I normally turn off Dropbox, but there's a chance it was on between the time we made the changes and last night when I did this. And so I go over and to Dropbox online and I see that it's got a last modified date, a time of it was like 6 p.m. yesterday. So I'm like, that's when I turned on Dropbox. Perfect. I turned on Dropbox. So I grabbed the file, brought it down, and had all our changes from yesterday because we made a lot of refactoring changes. I was just thinking, no, I don't want to. What am I going to redo those? Really surprising. It's super rare to get to a point where I actually lose work, and it actually happened yesterday where I got really, really close and thinking I almost lost work. Right between having Dropbox and version control, that's something that I almost never experience. But I did experience it yesterday. Anyway, okay. So here's message box. There's message box right there. Let's go move this guy over here next to spellbook. Grab these two again. Come over to message box, and we're going to grab these and paste these in. So we've gotten those two. We'll initialize them. Let's see where we're initializing them here. Kind of like this. We also are doing this. This is also kind of a thing. Right now we don't have support for this, but it would be easy to add support just by, essentially copying this code as well. So I think I'm just going to take all of this, and we'll delete as we think we don't need as we come over here. Let's create a new method called initialize. What am I doing? Word wrapper, maybe? I think it's time to bring CodeRush's declare method into here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it. Let's. All right, we're dog fooding CodeRush, kids. What's wow $60? What did I miss? Was that something I said? I don't remember saying anything that said $60. All right, let's report this. So this is for the devs on the team. I think it's time to bring declare method over into TypeScript. TypeScript's declare method, I kind of hate. It's really not good. So when I come in here and I say declare method and I choose it, watch what it does. It always sticks it right up at the top. It's so gross to me. It doesn't respect my indentation, right? I've got 2 spaces per tab. And it keeps the caret right here. So if we were to implement declare method, we would add the target picker, which is a great functionality for selecting the location where we want to put it. And we would probably also be able to respect the formatting, which would be awesome. And we'd drop a marker here, and we'd put the caret here to write the code. So I could, in very few keystrokes, I could hit this button, put it down here, and I would get to I'd get to something that looked like this in about 2 keystrokes. I'd get to that right there with a marker here where I started. That's what I'm looking for. Tabs over spaces, kids. Yeah. Okay, so that's the feature request. Let me document that. Declare method in TypeScript/JavaScript. I don't know. This may be incredibly hard to do for us since we don't have Roslyn and we, but it's at least good to talk about. Maybe the devs can do something here to help us out. Because the one that's here is really bad. It's like, and Visual Studio must know it. I'm hesitant to even ask the team to do this because it's so bad. Visual Studio team must know it, and it must be on their list to fix. And they must know it's bad because they have one that's relatively decent in C#. Oh no! Look out! Just parked it in the garage. That Screech Rat down there. Time to squeal tires and rock out, says Screech Rat. That's why we're here. Okay, does that on the clipboard history? That's it right there, I think. Okay, so now I want to change this to message box style delimiters. And let's declare this thing. Okay. The rat went to the Mark Miller School of Dance. All right, and the Mark Miller School of Driving. Both their buildings are right next to each other. Okay, this I don't want to have a calculated delimiter, but I am interested in a bold delimiter at the very least. So I'm going to do that, and that'll be interesting to see if that works. Browsers, OBS. Well, Do I want to be able to test this and show it in the, yeah, I kind of do. All right, let's go find out how we got the browsers OBS. I think we passed that down. Yeah, initialize word wrap helpers. That came from our constructor. And browsers OBS, this dot browser is, this is from, holy cow, it's here. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it. I'd rather this be like a static function. And I'm going to throw it up in the ancestor class for this. I'm going to do yeah, no, I'm going to make it, I'm going to put it, the file I'm going to put it in is, I think, up in the engine. Where is it? Don't I have a game, basic game? Game engine. I think I want to put it up in game is what I want to do. I think I get what I'm suggesting is putting it there. That's what I want to do. Call it function. Okay, that's what I think I want to do. I think Mark put on a suit with ping pong balls stuck to it and then he did live action motion capture for that rat dancing. That could have happened. Yeah. Mark Miller School of Dance. What's happening here? Never reassigned. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Constant. And just as I see these errors, I go to fix them. Okay, so browsers OBS, we've now got this up here. Now I have the call there, which is good. And then I can do something similar here. And is it really, you know, maybe we just get rid of this in the constructor. And we instead make that global call. Like this. Got a green, Brent Ozer got a green hentai suit so that he could green screen himself as Clippy. So I put nothing past streamers. The Rant dances better than I do. I don't know. Yeah, I'm cool, man. I don't do those crazy things. I'm not going to do the crazy stuff. I said I was cool. I'm pretty cool. Marginally cool. Would you believe? Just getting a lot of shouting no from the wife, the lady of the house. Fire is cool. Wait, what are we talking about? Fire is cool? Fire is cool. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out where I want to go. There's the browser's OBS. I don't want this anymore here. And I want to find the other one and take it out. I don't need that anymore. I'm just going to, the word renderer is going to figure that out. I don't need this anymore. That's what I'm trying to do. And I think I don't need this anymore. Which means we take that away. Okay. We'll do that. All right. Fire school. We hear. Lady doesn't allow us to have fire effects here. Yeah, I'm also in a really tight space too. If I had more space, like in a dream space, I would like have fire effects in the backyard, giant. I'm just talking about a maybe situation. It's a hypothetical. What could go wrong with real fire activated channel points? That's what I'm talking about. We actually did that once on this show. And I was like, what? Nothing. That didn't happen either. Don't you have like something to do? All day listening to me, just shouting at me from outside in the living room or something. Yeah, all right. Let's see if we can remote control fire jets. Something like that. No. Jet planes. Fire blast. Maybe add the word DJ in there. This one's cool. I've been thinking about getting this. Bet you could whisper the word fire and Lady would hear it. Isn't that funny? Yeah. Oh, there you go. There's a clip. That's when I did pyrotechnics. That didn't work out so well with the family. He didn't like that. Something like this I was thinking about. Like imagine being able to remotely detonate that like right here. That would be cool. Then there's a related thing to this, which is the CO2 blaster MIDI, maybe something like that. Price blasting system. These are ads. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that actually dissipates quickly, faster than I thought. That is totally what I want. I want one of those, remotely controlled. Not that, that's too messy. It's a cool demo room though. That's awesome. It's a great demo. Long time ago, well, I created the special effects for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles stage show. I created the software that controlled the masks moving. And I remember we did a demo for a number of people in the special effects industry. And they'd come in and it looked like a regular special effects house with all of these masks and heads on, you know, these foam masks on like little head mannequins, I guess, whatever. They're on the shelves and things like that. And we started to do the demo where one of the creatures was talking and it had, you know, very detailed lips and puppetry moving around. And then as the demo started, then the other heads started to talk in that all the way around the room and the lights started getting in control.
Check
all
out
of
the
that.
chat room.
Nearly suffocating. Yeah, you nearly suffocated them. That wasn't really my fault. I'm kind of like the guy who wrote Clippy. It really wasn't my fault that everybody got suffocated. We changed the software and I saved their lives. I think there's another way of looking at this. It's just that we pre-recorded, Surly's referring to the fact that we pre-recorded all of the dialogue, and so the mouths only opened when they were talking, but the actors were like, you know, had heavy shells on their backs, at least in the early stages of the rehearsals when we were getting ready. They had heavy costumes on, and they're doing all of these acrobatics on stage. They're doing a lot of moving and running around. And so they're running out of air because they can't breathe, the mouth is closed. And so we re-recorded the show to slowly open the mouth when they weren't talking. It's one of my oldest clips. Okay. Oh, the one of the thing exploding there. So this is what I want. I want a CO2 jet machine. That's what I want. I'm sure Karen will be fine with that, right? Why would that be a problem here in the office? Just like this. Yeah, I just got to get enough space. Also, I think it would be hilarious and maybe trauma-inducing if that thing went off without me knowing it. Just totally scared me, and I was like, what the heck? I would love that, actually, for a while at least. I don't know, because I have the ability to step out of my body and see that it's actually funny. Yes, I want the CO2 jet machine. I want one of these. All right, I'm gonna keep that tab open. I'm gonna take a look at that later. Let's see. When do you party? I love how I get this serious look on my face when I'm doing the dance moves. Like I'm, like this is some important stuff you better be paying attention to, kids. Smoke, flame, and lasers. Yeah, lasers. I don't know about lasers. Lasers, I think, may be a little dangerous, the way I would be setting them up, just pointing in my eye, things like that. By the way, kids, today's Friday, I think. That means tomorrow, at around the same time, we're going to have a kids code, which looks like this. No, I haven't told them that. Is there an extent that you should want to share? Don't tip over my desk, honey.
I might.
Okay. Karen Chicotti's coming in. That's her right there.
So yesterday.
Hold on 1 second. I got a problem here. I'm not sure why that's what's happening here. Something crazy there. I had to close that down. All right. Go ahead. Oh, you're really just taking my whole setup, aren't you?
Now I am.
All right. Here she is. She's coming in.
I'm here. So tomorrow at 10 o'clock our time, Central Time. Is that right?
Yeah, the time we normally start the show.
The time you normally start the show, whatever time that is, tomorrow at...
that same time.
At that same time. He has a kids show called Kids Code with our son Campbell. And Campbell is 10 and like... probably the coolest person anybody knows. So I don't know, like I don't really watch the show, but I hear it enough to know that it's sort of thoughtful and interesting and amazing. I don't know. That's my little advertisement for it, but you should watch it.
Yeah, bad mama warning.
That's a fair statement. No, he is. He's objectively. He's not objectional.
I'm objectionally cute.
You are objectionally cute. He is objectively cute.
All right. Thanks so much for that. That was a plug there.
It was, but he's
Proud mama plug.
He's so cute.
I think he's sure. I think his number one asset he's bringing is his thoughtfulness, his ability to kind of consider. Do I have music coming in? I do. It's just low volume coming in. All right. Yeah, he is a pretty thoughtful kid, and I think it's actually super interesting to watch him. Both of you I guess if you're an adult, but I think really if you're another kid. Because I think in general he's a really good model for I think what a lot of parents want their kids to kind of be like, well, let's consider that, right? He's kind of the opposite of the the typical 10-year-old that's like that might be like very short attention span and very hyperactive. He's like calm with a long attention span. He can. The last show we went for 2 hours and I stopped it because I said we were going to go 2 hours and that was it. But I really felt he could keep going for easily at least another hour without fading. So anyway, all right. I think we have fixed this browser OBS requirement. My underline offset, I am going to accept the default on that. Actually, let's check to see what does the spell book give it. Whoa, it sets it to nothing. I think this is wrong. Is there a spellbook dot underline offset? There's not. What's going on? Is this thing used at all? It's used here. I think we lost something. Because this should this looks like we've broken something and or lost something. The underline offset. I'm going to create one here. I'm going to set it to 0 for now. And yeah, let's set it to 0 and take a look at, I'm going to actually bring up a spell here and take a look at it that's got a calculated field in it. Need to start up. It's good to have some hair on the stream. Nice, Surly Dev. What's up with that clock spinning? This means there are 2 of these up and running. Is typically what that means for the clock to keep going. Yeah, it's getting multiple updates. It's getting multiple updates on the clock. Conflicting, this, at least when I've seen this before. What's going on? Where? I don't think it's possible that we have 2 of these up. Hold on, let me turn off the other music right here. All the fanfares made me think how Mark's work video calls must be like. Everyone joining the calls with an announcement. No. Hold on. We got 2 musics at once. Let me turn off at least the Code Rush music. All right, I'm going to start refreshing some things here. Refreshing some tabs. Yeah, there's some unexplained behavior. I do not have 2 of those up and running, but it's behaving as if 2 are up and running. All right, let me refresh that. Let's refresh this. Let's refresh this. There's a super secret Mark fanfare I haven't seen. No, there's not. I have to build one for Rory too. Probably by tomorrow, maybe, because Rory shows up sometimes to watch. He showed up last week to show the kids, to watch the Kids Code show. Okay, those 3. This one. Refresh that one. Jadar here, Canal, new to the channel. This reminds me of Vegas. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, with everything around the sides. I'm not seeing the back overlay refresh. Normally I'm expecting to see those words come across here. Not refreshing. That indicates that this isn't working, but that's up. It looks good. Wait, do I have, how many of those do I have? No. I don't know. I think I'm going to kill the overlay. I'm going to kill it and restart it. I'm going to do the same over here with this this kid as well. And we're just going to restart these and see if we get any luck from that. There's Mr. Announcer Bot starting up. Next comes the overlay manager. that started up. Now I'm going to come back and refresh my overlays. Something wrong. You know what? I think it's a bug. I don't think it's... I think it's a bug we just introduced with maybe the browser piece. Let's go try to open that up inside a browser and see what we get there. This is the back overlay. I'm sure we got an error here. So I'm into a constant variable. I hate it when I make this mistake. Okay, that's not entirely my fault. The lint helper told me it was not assigned anywhere. Load copyrighted content. Okay, let's go find that. You are definitely not. Let's make it var instead, actually. I think var means it has scope beyond the file. Well, maybe I can use it to let here, I suppose. All right, fine. We'll do let. This is definitely not a constant. Okay. Even though the lint says use constant set, it's not. All right. Refresh over here. There we go. So that piece is now fixed. Let's do a refresh here on the stream. Better. Now let's do the test here where we start up hopefully only one instance. And if only one of these is up, the clock should advance normally once it finishes the loading. And then stop. All right, that's normal. It's weird that the rest was not working so well. Okay, let's go next. We're going to bring up a spell that's got a calculated field in it. Really? Okay, we've got another bug. Let's take a look at it over here. Initialize data, bring up a spell. What's my bug? The set browser is OBS. Okay. That's not the one I want. Draw spell background. Nope, that's not what I thought I was selecting. Draw spell background. Okay. All right. Let's put this in a, since we're using this in drawing in a few places, let's stick it in our constructor. Let's do something like this. This dot browser. I'm just going to do this. Call the function. Then I'll pop that here. Then I'm going to declare this here. I'm going to default to true here. That's most of the time we're running. Then I'm going to see if I can tab to next reference on here, find all these with the previous parens, because I thought it was a method call. All right, save that one more time. refresh the data. Whoops, refresh over here. Refresh the data and bring it up. Now we bring it up. Okay, good. All right, let's, okay, the underlining is not happening. There used to be an underline there, as I recall. Also, it seems like this baseline is much lower than it should be. We're increasing the font size, and I know I was doing some kind of, you know, I was doing some kind of changes there to kind of nudge it into the right place. Let's drill into the underline and see what's going on there. Oh wow, look at that. We have another bug over here. Nope, this is just because I didn't click on it. That's all. Okay, so that bug's going to be fixed. We'll just close that, refresh it. That should be fixed now. Close that. I have an underlined color, right? I thought I had an underlined color. Let's go see where we're using it here. Ah, that's what I'm using right there. You get a second one? Because I reset everything. Everybody's going to get a second fanfare. This really seems to be part of the code.
Surly Dad is in the house.
I'm thinking about a fun thing. I'm thinking about using the everybody's coming. Fine. Lasers to shoot down the drone. That's exactly what I'm thinking about. But I'm thinking about using the, there you go. That's not bad. Cup of tea. Way of going and collecting them. Wait. Collecting, are we talking about collecting lasers? Thought of an EMP function to disable abandoned drones. Yeah. Shoots nets at the drones. Like other people's abandoned drones as part of my fleet. Yeah, I got like some ideas, but I was thinking, oh, it would be kind of fun to do. I actually want to use the leap motion, which can give me a three-dimensional position in space. And I want to be able to essentially connect it to our particle system emitter and maybe also other special effects so that whenever I move my finger, it follows my finger and it maps that to a two-dimensional space on the stream live, right? So I can kind of do, you know, do this and like a ball will float there, you know, kind of a thing. And as I move it closer, oh, wouldn't that be cool? It gets bigger. And farther away, it gets smaller, right? I think I should be able to do all of this. And without too much work, I think. So on D&D, you can throw fireballs. Yeah, I'm thinking about that kind of a thing. My character would be the only character that could do it, so it's not quite perfect, right? But it's kind of cool because you can imagine a studio where you had this set up for all the players and they could all do it. Yeah, pretty cool effects that you could do that would seem really connected to the people. Yes, you can throw fireballs. Yeah. I do have the good old dock command, but that's not working. Oh no, that's because I have to refresh the drone game as well, because we didn't refresh that after we reloaded. It's just playing the music here. Now we've got that. Let's come back in. All right. I think we're better. We just have to fix this underline. I'm going to make this a to-do. That's what I'm going to do on this. I'm going to make it a to-do because I want to see if we really were drawing underlines before. I'm going to go to the last show and take a look at it. Fix underline, and I'll also go through a history. I'm going to research the history of the file and see if there were other values to the underline. It's possible we weren't, but oh man, it's possible at some point it was broken. What is that color? What is this? It's kind of a bluish color, I think. Am I reading that correctly? Yeah, it's that bluish color. I also don't understand this variable right here. Emphasis, font style, ascender. This is the font height. I'm remembering now. Is the height of from the baseline to the top of the tallest character. And I'm going to make a picture to show this so that I can instantly see it next time I'm in here. What are we calling this? Emphasis, font style, ascender. Why am I not able to grab and drag this off to the side? What is happening? Now it works. I just had to zoom out. Interesting. Okay. It's from there to there. This is the baseline. Can I get like a little curvy arrow in here? Is this the one I want? I wanted a curve arrow. Just kind of interesting. They don't give me the curve that I want. I'm going to take this. Where's my arrow endpoints though? Arrow sits here, but not the other one. Okay. Let's also drop the contrast on this. A little bit. There we go. All right, copy that. To get I find that if I bring it into Paint and I paste it, I get a better, and then cut it again immediately, I get a better result before I pop it in here. So we'll do that. There we go. Now I've got something that makes sense to me when I need to set this and work with this. Okay. So that basically is saying how far I need to take it to get down to that location. The underline offset is just this additional piece beyond that that we're going to add. So maybe I'll change it to like a 2 in here. And I'll similarly change this one to a 2 for now. And let's refresh and see if we're seeing anything at all if we do those 2 changes. Okay, no underline. I'm seeing no underline. All right. Let's drop down miles. And yeah, that does look too far down too as well. Oh, check it out. This is the underline offset. It's already set for me here. In our constructor. And what's happening here? That's just the declaration for the field. I see. Okay. So I don't need this anymore here. I don't need this here either. Okay, so that we're good there. I wonder if this is too high is my problem. The emphasis font style is sender. kind of need to set it whenever we change the font size. I think it's too big. Is what my current hunch is. Let's bring it up again and measure what that is. You have a third one, Cody Gorilla? What chaos is happening on this show today? I only restarted it once that I know of. I'm like, I have no idea what's happening at this point. I'm just like a little bit like, what? Yeah, I have some ideas for the drones. I just have to get my focus, switch my focus back over there. I want to measure it, is what I want to do. I'm going to take a screenshot. It's 13. It's definitely not 18. It's 13. I'm going to change this to 13 and rebuild, refresh. Let's bring it up again. I was hoping I would see it. I'm not sure what's happening, why we're not seeing that. Let's close this down and go to the and set some log, do some log messaging, log messaging here. Underlining. See if we get that. Yep, we got a lot of underlining. We are totally underlining. Got a line width. All right. So I'm going to say underlining from, paste that into, and paste in this. Then I'm going to take each one of these, cut it, hit the shortcut I built to add that interpolation stuff, which I've assigned to control backtick. We added this feature on an earlier show. All right, now let's refresh right here. Bring it up again. Underlining from not a number. Okay, that's great news. Line Y is not a number. What do we got here? What's my problem? Let's just do this. Let's comment that out. See which one of these is the problem. Ah. All right, save that, refresh. Undefined, it's the last one. Okay. Underline offset. Well, oh yeah. This underline offset is not the same as I think the other one. Does anyone know of a preferably free video editing app that will let me capture a certain area of an MP4 video along with the sound and let me save it as a new file? Even Adobe Premiere is not great at that. You can do it, but it's not great. Let me drop this dragon here. Yeah. You have to do it a lot of times because you might actually consider writing it yourself, because there are actually MP4 libraries out there, and I bet you could do this. All right, so underline offset. I actually don't even want this here. I don't want that. I don't want that either. I don't want to set it. Because underline offset, remember we were setting that based on the browser. That was all done based on the browser. Then that also means yeah, I think this will fix it. Let's see if that fixes it. There we go. Underlining is back. Right there. I can almost reach out and touch it before my finger disappears into the void of the other world. Okay, good. Also, it looks like maybe I can't tell if it looks like we fixed the lineup or not, but it does look better to me. So that looks good. There's some clips I would like to capture a certain area of the screen just for, well, something I have in mind. Yeah. Yeah, Adobe Premiere can do it, but it's tricky to do in Adobe Premiere. There's not a crop that I know of in Adobe Premiere yet. So you have to kind of set your area and then drag and move it into position. So you can do it. Martin Van Stam is out there. Snagit? I'm not sure Snagit does that or not. Basically talking about cropping a movie. All right, let's close that down. Let's close that guy. Let's close that guy. All right. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this. Oh, look at this though. I just realized we got more than we wanted to here. Hold on, let's trim that up. Do I still have that here? Let's go back over here. I'm not sure why we got more. It could have something to do with this going outside the bounds. And that going outside the bounds maybe. I'll copy this, bring it over here, paste it. Yeah, still got more. Let's crop it. Select. Crop, cut, paste. Really? That doesn't look better. Why is that? Copy. How's it looking here? That looks good. All right, we'll use that one. All right, that's what I wanted. Right there. Cool. All right, word wrapping back to where we started, over in message box. We're just looking at what we're doing here. Free convert, crop video, sweet. Yeah, one of the things I really like about a number of the movie formats that are out there, like AVI and I think .mov and MP4 support this, is you don't have to, you're not limited by conventional aspect ratios or sizes. You can create videos that are incredibly tall and long if you need to. For like, say you had smoke going up and you wanted to sell that as a video resource so somebody could put that in a movie. Yeah, it doesn't matter the size. When I realized that, I was like really happy about that. Okay, here's our initialization right here. I want to go look at word wrapper where that's used in the spell book. Here we go, get word wrap lines. And it's called there. And it's also got a method called get word wrap lines for paragraph. And then we call render paragraphs on all that line data when it's time to render them. That kind of looks like the key to making this work. So this is kind of looking like let's kind of put this over in our message box. I'm just going to create a function here called render title. And we'll need to give it a context. Should be able to find one without scrolling too far. There's one right there. Not sure I'm gonna pass in the title text. I don't think I'm gonna do it. Well, maybe. I don't know yet. Context fill style is equal to message box dot. I think we got a title color. Is that right? No title color. So it's just font color and then title opacity, I guess. Oh, you know what? We're actually not going to render these. We're not going to render them. We actually don't need a renderer. We're just going to use the line data and send that out. The line data, what's in it? I need to go over here to go explore that. Line data is line wrap data, which consists of the text of the line, all the spans within it. Ooh, maybe we are going to render the title. Never mind, we're going to render the title. We use text effects for the other pieces, but we're going to render the title. That means we'll have to also do our own fade in on the title, I think, if we're going to support this. Okay. Let me put a to-do reminder right here. Must fade in the title if we are not. So basically I have a choice here. I either have to write a fade in or I have to give up bolding. That's what I have to give up. And I think I want to write the fade in is what I think I want to have to do. Must fade in the title text if we are not using text effects to render it. This is, I need to know when my title X and Y are. I'm just going to write something now and say like this dot title top or X, title X, and this dot title Y. They don't exist yet. My style delimiters are here local, so they're in message box dot style delimiters. Free video crop. Title Y. So I need to figure out the description paragraphs. I need to go get those. We saw those over in Spellbook. We did this to get it. Calculate title font. So the changes we're going to make, we're going to send the question to it as the text. The maximum width, we need to figure that out. Our message box dot style delimiters, the word renderer, max title width. And I think our max title width, we kind of already have it as a constant up here somewhere. Max title width. Okay. I would just say this though, Surly, on any video editing related stuff, be super cautious about malware being bundled in with the installer. Be really careful as you go through that. And malware, including stuff like, I'm just going to install a new browser search, page replacement for you, things like that. You probably know this better than me, but thought I'd throw that out there. Okay, get word graph paragraph lines for paragraphs. That's going to return my paragraph data. So now that's why I always try to find these free online tools, which that was. Rip Searle's PC. Yeah, we're Rip Surly's PC. Okay, title X and Y, we need to figure that out. So we do this, we say get font size to fit. And we're going to need to rewrite this. I'm going to drop this, move this down to the bottom to make this work. We need some logic here to figure out what size is the title font going to be. I also want to look and see where we're drawing and painting this thing out. Add text, add title. So it's the top. The top is scroll top plus top margin. Let's extract this to a method that we're going to call get title top. So down here now, let's go back a second. I think I want to change this to this.title y. Title top. Move all these down because we need to also know we need to stop doing this. Stop calling add title if we're going to draw the titles ourselves. Oh, maybe, you know, it's just occurring to me, maybe we're going to draw everything. Because even though I don't want to necessarily word wrap the answers, it would be actually really good if the answers could bold parts of themselves, could have the same kind of formatting that we already are supporting. It's going to become title top Y, I think. No? What did I call it? Title Y? Title top. Wait, what's happening here? It's a worked laptop. Let's install all that helpful software options you get offered. I do on my work laptop. I need to return them as they made me redundant. Return it to them as they made me redundant. Got to keep those IT guys employed. Thinking about making them an offer and seeing if they wanted to sell it to me. The battery's really knackered. Yeah, it's nearly out of warranty. Okay, so we're kind of slowly getting there. This needs to change to title top right down here. Starting to think I maybe want to draw everything and not use the text effects anymore. My work notebook still has an HDD, plenty of time to brew tea until it finishes booting and all. Okay, where's my X position on when I call add title? Oh, I'm centering. I am centering. Yeah, we're gonna have to stop that. We're gonna have to figure out the X position on it. All right, so let's start by commenting out this line, forcing us to kind of come in there and actually start drawing it. The render title, we're gonna have to call it We don't need this. The line data is here. Title X we got to figure out. Let's go get our title paragraph. Look at where we get it. I want to see what's in the line data here. I got a width. So can I do this, a max width? Get max width. Will this work? I'm not sure if the widths are set at the time I'm calling this. I think they probably are actually. Get word wrap lines for paragraphs. So the answer is yes. So it has to be, I guess, is the answer. If it's not, it's really bad. It's really bad. So let's declare that. Set that equal to 0. Then we're going to iterate through our line data. Get longest line width. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. So title X is equal to 960, which is the center of the screen. I guess I should accommodate message box dot screen width divided by 2. Accommodate changing. Let's call this title left. Okay, now for this to work, I've got to set the font size coming in on this. I need that up there. Good. Okay. Question, max title width, style limiters, word renderer. Now, there's some conflict here between wrapping and getting the font size to fit right here, this piece. I think I almost want to be like, wait a second. I kind of want to do this. So just got to move this down to here after we set that. I want to first get the title font size. Then I want to say, hey, if the title font size is less than some min title font size, then I want to go to wrapping, is what I want to do. And title font size. I've already got it apparently in there. So if the title font size is less than that, then I want to go to wrapping. Is it enough, I wonder, to just set it equal to the min title font size? Then I get the font, then I do the word wrapping at that, whatever that is. It's going to give us 1 or 2 lines, ideally. Figure out the left position. And the title width is not, what am I using this for? That's to get the left. So I'm going to change this to grab this instead. And do that. So that seems relatively compatible. And then we have to actually call render title. And I think I'm going to replace this with that. Well, actually, what's the normal do though? Hold on. I see. Font name. Font size. So I think what I really need to do is I need to say dot font name is equal to message box dot title font. I don't know, maybe it's just font name then. Okay, and then renderer dot title size dot font size is equal to message box dot, nope, it's equal to this dot title size. There, and now this I no longer need this, because this is just that's gonna take care of that for me right there. But by doing this, this also means that when I bold things, it'll be in the same font, the same size when I bold it or italic, that sort of thing. And then that's where we draw the paragraphs. All right, I kind of feel like I'm ready to test, but I also feel like I've got some errors in here. So I kind of want to come in here and look for them. That's my hunch, is I've got errors in here. I'm going to go to console log. All right, I had a command that I could invoke called ask. Just typing in the word ask right there. I think I've got an icon I can use for this. Just throw that in there for now. Okay, now I'm going to hit that button. Okay, that worked here. How did it work back here? It did not draw. So on the main screen, so on the stream, it worked because that's still using the old code. But over here, there's no title. Here you can kind of see it in the background. No title. Also super big. Not only do we have no title, oh, you know what? Because I'm not calling render title yet. Let's figure that out. Hit the OK button to drop that down. Let's make sure we're calling this. Here we go. And I'm going to need to pass in the time as well. I will definitely need to do that. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, can I read property line data of undefined? So that means the title paragraph never got set, which means we never called calculate title font. Is that really true? No, that should have worked. Hold on. Did we get an error earlier? What if we're rendering before we're calling calculate title font? Calculate size. It's called from show. Paragraph wrap date is actually set. It's got 2 lines. Select chaos bolt damage. The X's are there because I added the extra those in before for testing. Just wanted to get make sure a tall letter would still be covered by the scroll as it covers it up. Okay. So are we drawing in here? I guess before we were getting down here and it was saying, sorry, I don't know what this is. Sorry, kids, I just realized I'm writing code right behind that. This is what I just wrote. Drawing title at, I'm just putting this console log out here to see what that is looking like. Refreshing this, refreshing the data, bringing it up. Yeah, that negative 56 doesn't look good. Also, the first 18 were happening at undefined as well. Negative 56, 214. We still should see some part of the title. Maybe I haven't scrolled over enough. Aha. That's what's going on. Okay. I like it when I'm like, wait a minute. Is it? Oh, okay. It's right over there. All right. So the first couple, we've got a problem with the undefined. I'd like to go after that. And then this text doesn't go away. We'll have to fix that too. So we'll work over here for a while. All right, let's go. Title top is not set for the first few calls here. Add text, because we need to add text. Okay, cool. So that's totally cool. We're going to come in here and say, if not title top, then return. I need to initialize this in our show call. I call the show here. I need to set this equal to undefined here. And I specifically actually really need to check to see if it's equal to undefined. Instead of here, I need to say, hey, if title top is equal to undefined, then we're out. Just a reminder, I need this right here to implement fading in and out. So that's why I'm passing in the time. So we'll have to do that manually. The reason we draw about 18 times before title top is real is because we're not calling add text until after we get a frame, the frame advance callback comes in and the frame index is greater than the text begin frame index, which is what? It's 28. So 28 frames into the animation, that's when we add the text and we start fading it in. So when we don't add we can't know what the title top is until we add the text. At least that's what's going on here, where we actually say get title top. And let's look at this a second. Is it possible? We need scroll top. Actually, we could get this sooner. I'm thinking I'm going to get it sooner. Wait, top margin though. Top margin is title. Top margin, nope, I could get that and use that as well. Top margin is not used anymore in there. Okay, get title top. I need to call this when scroll top is set. And this is calculate size. Sweet. Don't think we need these anymore. Okay, the position was wrong. The title left was totally wrong. Why is that? Title width is get longest line width. That's my problem right there, I think. I think that's going to get me much closer. All right, so let's refresh. Let me take this button right here and drag it down into here so I can just more quickly hit refresh and then bring it up. What does it look like? Nothing? Nothing is being drawn. I actually went from forward to backwards. Is that what I just totally did? I'm making those changes. I'm not sure where that messed me up. Is it? We're never getting here. Title top must be equal and undefined all the time. This looks real to me. This looks like this code looks good to me. I'm suspecting this is my problem right here. Let's try that. Jovang Q says hello. Welcome, Jovang Q. Glad you're with us. Let's do that. Refresh. Bring up the questions. Nothing. Yeah, it's flat out undefined. Really interesting.
Mark!
What? Yes. Sorry. Thanks so much. Sending out the console log message from calculate size. Little. Is there an assigned to undefined in? We're not calling show a bunch of times, right? No. No. I'm not understanding why it's undefined. Wow. It switches to become undefined later. So we set it to a regular value, and then later it becomes undefined. I don't think we're calling show multiple times. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, this line of code, title top from calculate size, that got us this line right there. It's 214. Pretty clearly. It's like a mystery to me right now. And there's JavaScript and variable scopes. You think I got two title tops in here? Nope, I don't think I do. I'm just doing a search for it now. Yeah, that's it. We're just circling around. I'm like, this is not making sense to me at all. But look at this. We come back and set it again. Show is being called twice, it looks like. Okay. Okay, my initial steps with JavaScript were undefined in scope a lot. Yeah, no, I thought it was a good clue. Hard to see, but I only see show being called once. Yeah, it should be, but I think what's happening is I'm maybe bumping the button and it's coming up twice, maybe? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go take a look at show and double check that. Yeah, it comes in response to, well, the command data should be asked. Okay. Yeah, show must be being called twice. So what's going on with, well, wait. Calculate size. Oh, this is my problem, kids. That was all me. That was my problem. I was thinking when I added it that I was adding it to the initialization section up at the top. I was thinking I was doing it before this line of code, but clearly I was doing it after it. Okay, sorry about that. Sometimes paying attention can save us. All right, let's let me clear the stream one, or maybe I'll just show it on the stream. Maybe I'll show it only on the stream. Let me close this down for now. We'll maybe come back if we need to. Let me close the one on the stream. We're going to refresh it so you can see the latest code. Yeah, then show is called, then it's cleared. Yeah, no, it was just that I was setting the variable immediately after calculating it back to undefined is what I ended up doing. This title top was calculated in this method, and I thought I was doing this, but what I did is I wrote this. And then I was curious as to why title top was always undefined. And that took me like way too long to realize and figure that out. That's where paying attention is really, really good. That's why Roy makes this show so good, doesn't he? Okay, so I've got to refresh. Let's bring this up. And that's now what we're now looking like. It looks like the width isn't right. I need to figure out what's going on with that width. Also, it's not drawing the second line. Below it. Interesting. The second time I call it, it doesn't move it up. Oh, because it's still, this is that bug that it takes about 8 seconds for it to drop out. So it's a state bug. It can take up to that much time. If I wait long enough, it'll put it in the right spot. So Dev says, I've just been tinkering with featured chat. Oh, really? On a HP Stream 7 tablet with a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse as a potential aid for queuing questions on a stream I mod for. It looks geeky as I have a 27-inch monitor, a laptop screen, my mobile phone in hand, and my tablet all on my desk. Yeah. And I think it's really important to be like, you know, reinforcing to those, your significant others and family members, that you are not a nerd, right? That you are cool. My family seems to not understand that. And they're like, nerd says what? I said, I'm cool. And I'm like, oh, I fell into your trap. All right, so what do we got to do? We got to figure out something's wrong here with the width. Get longest line width. I'm suspecting a problem here. And I kind of want to throw this out. I don't need this anymore. I'll keep that for now. Let's go see what that number comes back as. And here, let me bring it down here so you can see it. So the title width, it says 213. Get longest line width. I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. So the code on the stream looks centered to me. The code in the in this UI does not look centered to me. Let's measure that and just see what we're dealing with. That is definitely not 200. It is 663. And we're getting a fraction of that. We're getting 213. Okay, so I'm not sure what the width is in there. See if we can figure that out. Track down the oh, you know what? It might be wrong anyway because it's really the spans that know the width. Let's go look at this. Get longest line width. I want to see what's in a span. Does it have its width? It does not. Here's where we get the word wrap lines. Where do we figure out the width? I want to see that. We got a thing called line width. Last Matt says I'm out for today. See you all. Have a nice day evening. Okay, Last Matt, we'll see you. See you tomorrow or Tuesday. You pass that into new line wrap data. That's the width. That width should be good. That looks good. We're sending out the title paragraph. Well, this looks wrong to me. The 213 right there. Where's the horizontal scale? And that bumps up our title font size, which means our scale needs to be incorporated into the calculations of what is title left. I think that's the fix. Okay, that was actually a good bug. It just took a while to find it. Let's hope that that all actually works. Let's do a normal reload over here. Do that. Bring it up. Can I read property answers of undefined? What am I doing? Oh, I hit OK. I didn't hit the question button. Okay. Am I not multiplying that by the right number to get my left position? Title left. That seems correct here, but maybe my scale is determined later after calculate. I bet it's determined later. Calculate horizontal scale based on title. You bet it is. Then this needs to come outside. I'm going to get rid of that and go here. And that's got a shot, I think, of fixing it. That's my current theory. Let's see what happens. No. The one in back still not centered like I'm feeling it should be. Okay, is there another? Is there another time horizontal scale can be modified? Nope, it's only set in there. Well, I am like getting a, pretty strong signal that my head is not in this, not as sharp and clear as I should be. So that's an indication that this is going to continue to be like me beating my head against the against this. Let me actually I want to try empty cache and hard reload just to make sure. No. Boy, that really looked like that was going to be the fix. Horizontal scale is only 1. So yeah, that 214 is wrong, wrong, wrong. Could there be a font change? Surely, Def. I get days too where my head just isn't in the code. I call them weekdays. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to step away from this. I am like, what's happening doesn't make sense. The yeah, I'm so convinced that the code change I made should have fixed it that I kind of want to restart everything. I'm wondering, do I have a problem with the TypeScript to JavaScript generator? Well, I guess I could verify that by looking inside of here. And well, we've already seen indications that it's using my latest code here. The fact that it's putting out horizontal scale of 1, that's making sense. It's using my latest code. Yeah, I'm wondering if we're changing the font size sometime between here, wait, not here. Are we actually setting the font size of the word renderer? Does it need it, or does the word wrapper, where is it? Get word wrap lines. We pass in the word renderer. Is maybe this my problem? That I'm not initializing it here and here, and that even though I think I'm setting the font size correctly, things get changed because of the word renderer? I wonder if that's the case. In fact, I almost bet this is not needed. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Let's give that a shot. See if we can pull out of this nosedive. Oh, that's better. That was it. Okay. All right. That's not bad. I think we're drawing center baseline and we need to change it to the top, is what I think is happening. Let's close it down. Let's refresh the cache. And let's see if we can get that working here. Here's my render. Render paragraphs. Are we going to actually set the align in here? Let's go look at this. Look for the word align in here. We don't set it. Okay. So what I need to do then is I need to say context dot baseline, text baseline. Actually, let me make sure. I was searching for a line, not text baseline. Not in there. Okay, good. So I'm going to say text baseline is equal to top. All right, let's refresh. There we go. Okay. Next, let's wrap the text and see if we can, let's drop our min width there and see if we can wrap that text. I could actually try something different though. I can make the game do it. Oh, we've got this. Hold on, let me refresh again though. And right now when I click on roll dice for spider climber, cast spell for it, we should see it come up with long enough text to wrap. Ooh. Okay, good. That's not bad. The width, we need to fix the width, the stretching for the width. But I love this though. This is like exactly what I'm looking for. Also, we need to get figure out the overall height, but we're not far. Not far from where we want to be, I think. Let me refresh again. Let me take the refresh button, move it up one. Now we're up here in this space, testing. Okay, the horizontal scale. I see. We're only scaling if we get it, the font size drops below the min title font size. Now we need to incorporate scaling for if the width of the text is longer than what's available. How can we find that? If okay, so if the longest line width times the horizontal scale is greater than one of these numbers we've got defined up here. Where are they? Here we go. If it's greater than available title width. I actually don't think I'm going to multiply it by the horizontal scale. Do I yet? Maybe that. Something's wrong. You have broken something. Okay. So notice it did scale it and made it wider in the scaling. Is what it did. So that we could fit it. But then with the scale being now changed, yeah, and then I think I kind of want to do this, title width times equals horizontal scale. I don't know. I think we're gonna go do a raid that's what I'm feeling. I'm thinking let's do a refresh. Regardless of what happens here. Wow. Okay, that's clearly not what we want. That was not happy for anybody. Not far. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yeah, no, this is definitely, whatever this is, I feel like I step away, I come back, and it's going to just be totally clear. In terms of moving the yes and no down, that's like easy. what I'm just trying to figure out is, it's like at this point, the text looks correct in terms of its size. Its centering is off. Its left position, the calculated left position is off of it. I almost want to create a screenshot of this so that I can look at it after I clear it all down. So we can think about it. That's what we're dealing with right there. Yeah, the scaling of the scroll looks correct. It's about right for the text that I'm seeing. In fact, if we go from here to here, the word break, the B in break is probably going to be a little bit out of there. But if we bring that all up here, it kind of fits nicely in the middle, right? So the scaling is correct here. Almost looks like it's centered on what should be the left edge. It's actually not really centered. I don't think the problem is that we're centered. We're calculating a left position, and I think we're multiplying by, we have an extra multiplier by the horizontal scale that we don't need. That's the cost of coding while you're not quite in it, I think. I think that's what really the lesson to be learned here today is that somewhere, I think where normally I would have caught a problem, I did not. So calculate the horizontal scale. I think the problem is we're using horizontal scale to calculate my left position incorrectly. We added this before, but now remember we multiplied title width by the horizontal scale. I think that's going to fix it. Of course, I've been confident before, haven't I? All right, that was it. So now we got to just figure out, we got to move those down, figure out the overall size of it. The other thing I like about the word wrapping is that it changes the aspect ratio. Now, I do have really long margins on the sides. It's something I got to fix, but I've had that problem before. I want these in closer. Part of that's happening because of the stretch, because the shorter margins get longer as you stretch the whole piece out. It's one of the challenges with dealing with the aspect ratio. And the way we did is we started with a kind of a square parchment. But by moving those yes and no's down, it'll slightly adjust the aspect ratio. And I think that'll look less severe once we fix the yes and no's. All right, let's refresh the screen, the page. Let's go look at getting those, the height of this thing and dropping it down. Okay, so my calculate size is good. The vertical scale is equal to total height. So total height now, get title bottom, is the title top margin plus the title font size times this dot the title paragraph dot line data dot length. That I think is the new answer. And where are we calling this from? Calculate size. Calculate size is called in the show. But show doesn't have, I don't think we calculate this soon enough. We get this in calculate title font, which is coming, oh, it is coming from calculate size. I think we're good. That could, I think, maybe fix it. Let's save it. Refresh the data. Okay, that's not bad. It made it changed the aspect ratio. We just need the yes and the no to be in the right spots as well. So looks like there's a small code issue there. Let's go find that. Get title bottom. This was originally looking at this plus this. I bet you we've got these two somewhere in here, and we need to change that. Can I search for those? Nope. Well, that's regular expression. Let's turn off regex. Just here. So we're not calling add title anymore. Here we go. Title top list title font size. Are we showing that anywhere else? Just here. I think that's the fix. Get title bottom. That's what I think it is. Let's see if that fixes it. Cross your fingers, kids. No, I think it would fix it, but I think we haven't done the title stuff yet. I think it's just a sequencing problem. Title paragraph we should have already. So get title bottom. Should work. Line length is 2. Title font size is 72. The data actually looks good. 72 and 2. So two lines of code, 2 lines that are wrapped. The font size is 72 each. Now there is I was a little curious. Is that because I have multiples sending data back out? I have 2 different things sending data. So the data here is good. The center Y, get title bottom. Oh! No, wait. Is this right or not? Garble knows is this 2 or 4? Almost looks like it's centered on what should be the left edge. No, yeah, that was from before. Yeah, all the clues say mark stop coding right now. And yet I'm also kind of fighting, like I feel like I'm so freaking close. Title bottom. I think title bottom is wrong. Who's calling this? Total height. I think this is not the actual. I think this is title bottom from top of scroll, not from top of screen. That's what I think is happening here. Then, if that theory is correct, then this answer would be more this. I think scroll top is, where is scroll top? Yeah. Let's see if that does it. I would not give up, would I? Holy cow. Better. All right, the cool thing is the top 2 lines of text are drawn using the word wrapping engine, which means we should theoretically be able to bold, italic, underline, that sort of thing. We also need to remove the text at the end. So we need to implement our own
Excellent!
undo, I'm sorry, not undo, our own fading in and fading out. Okay, so we fixed the underline. That was done. So basically we're looking at fade in / out the text we draw. Okay, we need to do that for the message box text we draw. That's one of our checkbox things. We also need to, well, we need to test the style, the styling. And I think we also need to format, render the answers. So we can also do bold there. That's what I think we need to do. Why did the text not clear out? Because we're not using text effects, we're just painting on. And that's this first piece here that says fade in, out the text message box text that we draw. We need to write our own fader for that because we're no longer using the animation engine to render it. I don't know, I'm just thinking, should we stick it in the cross out the note about me What did I got there? Come on, let's talk to me about this copy. Oh, you got that taken care of? All right, good. Good, good, good. All right. Got other bugs that I've seen here that I need to go after. So I think I'm going to call that a show. You know, clearly I'm like not on it. And the last thing I need is to add code, you know, when I'm in this state, because it's not going to be good. So let's, I'll clear the all that text and stuff off the screen. Let's get a raid going. Where are we going to send you kids today? I'll send you Clark, Brian Clark. Bump up his viewers a little bit. Catch y'all next week. To the pub. And don't forget, kids, we've got kids code tomorrow at 1600 UTC, I think. All right, guys, say hi to Brian. Take care.